Hey everybody, hello. Welcome back to the channel 007. Here again. This is day 2 of my Great Smoky Mountain National Park day hikes. It's actually Christmas Eve. Moneypenny, I came out here for the week, and I'm doing some day hikes. When I told her I wanted to do a little bit more in the Smoky Mountains before January, wanted to come up for a week, she said, well, you're not leaving without me this time. So she's back in Gatlinburg, dropped me off. Spending the day, and then I'm going to do this little hike here. So today we're doing the Rainbow Falls Trail. Now you see there Mount LeConte is 6.6 miles, so I'm going to do the Rainbow Falls Trail, and then I'm going to catch what's called the Bullhead Trail all the way up there close to Mount LeConte. And so I'll make a big loop. I'm not exactly sure. I think it's like 10 to 12 miles. We'll figure it out together. But yeah, it's just a beautiful looking day. So let's see what the day brings here. All right, so I was reading up a little bit on Rainbow Falls Trail. Back in like 1920, in the 1920s, I think 27. This was the first trail that was hiked up to determine if this was an area that they could make a national park. So I think they hiked up to Mount LeConte, and it was interesting because, so I think the park was established like 1930, if I remember right. Anyway, so this area right here with all these rocks, everything, this area was an apple orchard of all things, and a couple hundred apple trees in here. And so people that own the land, when they decided to make it a national park, the folks, they gave them like 15-year lease for them to harvest apples before, you know, that ran out and they had to abandon that. So it's quite a few years after the national park was established, they're still harvesting apples here in this area. And when you come out of Gatlinburg to get to the Rainbow Falls Trailhead, you come out on, I think it's Orchard Road, Orchard Lane, something like that. And that's from that this used to be an orchard back, you know, in the day. So I thought that was interesting. The other interesting thing, if you follow me the last time I was at the Smoky, in the Smokies here, I did Alum Cave, and the Alum Cave route went up to Mount LeConte, and got a picture of the llamas up there, because the llamas bring the food up. That's how they resupply up there. Anyway, at the bottom here, when we came up to the trailhead, it's a big barn area over there. That's where they keep the llamas. So the llamas come up this way to get to Mount LeConte, which is interesting. They use llamas. Now I want to say, so it was a Wednesday when I did Alum Cave and Mount LeConte. I know they come up Wednesdays, not every day, like Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, or something crazy like that. So don't expect to see them today, because today's Tuesday. But they use llamas because their hoofs are easier on the trail than horses, which I read that this morning too, so I thought that was kind of interesting. But like I said, I don't plan on going to Mount LeConte. It adds about 400 or 500 feet onto the elevation, and I'm already going to do about 3,000 feet today, I think. So don't want to add more, and I'm increasing the mileage a good bit. So all right, let's try to get going up this hill. All right, so I'm about a mile in. Notice here on the trail, you can see, now it's 34 degrees right now. And so this is all kind of, it's soft, but it's frozen. But just from my experience yesterday, so it's 8:46 in the morning. So I start these early, and it's nice and cold, which is what I need. So the trail coming up is pretty good. When you're coming back down though, it gets over 40 degrees and all that frozen dirt and mud becomes pretty slick, and you can see it coming up the trail where people slipping. And yesterday coming down from Ramsey Cascades is definitely slick, because I took my micro spikes off, you know, when I get down so far where there wasn't any snow, and you're definitely slipping. So trekking poles are a pretty good idea, and starting early. I mean, I'd hate to have slipping in that mud trying to get traction going up. But so here's the view. Not great, but I guess that's Gatlinburg down there. Yeah, so let's see if we can't get up here to the falls. There are 2.5 miles. Take a little break up there. First bridge crossing of the day. This is about 1.7 miles into the hike, and we got our first bridge. Not too bad. Get a lot of blowdowns up there. Just a beautiful day though. Temperatures are right. Last I checked, 33. No wind. I don't know if you can see it very well, but definitely getting slick. Got about a quarter of a mile till the falls. I'll determine that if I'm going to put my micro spikes on, because I still got a couple miles up, and the snow's been, you know, packed down, and it's definitely getting slicker walking up here. But there's enough rocks that you can kind of hop through, you know, on top of the rocks is nice. But it's, like I said, I'll figure this out up here at Rainbow Falls. It's like a trailer for Rainbow Falls, maybe. I still got a little bit to go. Boy, they just keep tempting you with these little falls. You can see where some people already had their micro spikes on. I'm pretty close though. Let me turn this off to walk across this rock. Oh, look at that. That's nice. All right, so Rainbow Falls didn't disappoint either. Man, beautiful. Comes down, come across this bridge right here. But I'm gonna keep heading up Mount LeConte, and it's 2.5 miles to here. Man, I think it's 4-5 miles to the top, so I got a ways to go, so I got to get going. And this is one of the reasons I do this. The great views. Beautiful. Sun's come out, become a really nice day. I'm at 4,800 feet of elevation. I think I got about 600 more to go. Well, you can see the whole valley from up here. I know some of those trees are in the way. I apologize. I got Gatlinburg down there. Oh yeah, what they call the Space Needle. I'll get a better picture of it here in a second. Still not done the climb yet. I'm at just over 4.5 miles, so 6 miles I think to the top, 6.1. 6.6 to Mount LeConte, to the lodge. I'm just not sure if I'm going that far, but just show you between the snow and the ice, gets a little hairy every now and then. So Rocky Spur Overlook, I think it's 0.2 of a mile. Didn't say on there, but I read somewhere I think it's 0.2 of a mile. And I still got a mile, not quite a mile, to the top here. And I'm a whooped, and it's 11:30. Still got 6 miles down. And I started to go by it, and I thought, you know what? I come all the way up here. I hear it's a great view. At least that's what the little book I read said. So, gonna do Rocky Spur Overlook. Hoping it's worth it. We'll see. So here we go. More up. Well, Rocky Spur Overlook's gonna make it hard. Got a blow down here. It's true right in the trail, but I think I can get around to the right. Now that it's harder, it's got to be worth it. Well, it is a nice view. Had another blow down I had to get around. That's Gatlinburg down there. I guess that's Pigeon Forge way out there, but man, you can see the whole valley. Beautiful day. All right, so I'm at the impasse where I got to make a decision. It's 0.6 of a mile to Mount LeConte, going that way, or I can go down Bullhead Trail, which is about 6.5 miles that way, all downhill. I gotta tell you, I've just climbed 6 miles of all up, testing my legs, and my legs are doing good. But I've been to Mount LeConte, and I really don't see a need to add a little bit more elevation up. That'd be 1.2 miles up and back. It's noon now. I think I'm going to eat lunch and just head down, take my time going down. That's still going to put me down 3, 4 o'clock. One thing I've noticed in the snow and the ice is because you got to, take your time and pick your footing around ice patches, and it has definitely slowed me down. Normally I plan on 2 miles an hour, and on the AT I was averaging probably 25 minutes an hour, and or 25 minutes a mile, I'm sorry. So I've noticed here coming up, I was in the 35, 36 minute a mile pace. So it definitely slows you down a little bit on the snow and the ice, which is fine. Just something, in my head for planning. So, and now I'm going down, and I try to take it easier going down because knees, and you think going down's easier, but not necessarily the case. It's easier on your air, your lungs and your breathing, but your legs definitely take a beating. So with that, I'm gonna now hook up with Bullhead Trail and start heading down. And once I get in a spot of sunshine here, I think I'll sit down and have some lunch and let Moneypenny know when I think I'll be back down there. So all right, let's see. And plus this makes it a loop I'm not an out and back, which, you know, I like doing a loop better. So I have no idea what Bullhead Trail looks like. So this ought to be good. So let's find out together. What do you say? Pretty nice walking so far coming down. Probably 3/4 of a mile from the top there heading down. Nice views. I mean, it's probably hard to see through the trees and the camera picks up the limbs, but man, nice fluffy snow. Much nicer, nice. Going pretty good. Got a pretty good pace going. Quite a different look coming down. It's up to 46 degrees. Sun's out. The trail is more what I'm used to on the AT. You know, roots and rocks and whatever, which is all good. My ankles keep turning right and left, but this is good. It's been a good day, honestly. Think about it, 6 miles up, just over 3,000 feet of elevation. So my legs are doing good. I mean, definitely need more air, but I'm pretty happy with my conditioning. I mean, I think today I've climbed higher than any mountain in Georgia on the AT. I think. I don't think Blood Mountain is over 5,000 feet. I'd have to check. Anyway, so I'll just keep up that training, and you know, I came out here to see where I was, and so far I'm pretty happy with everything. So yeah, and just as I thought I wouldn't see anything, look at this view. Oh, that is great. Sun's out. Trail's a little different here, but not too bad. Might be the best view I've had, unrestricted anyway. I mean, I've come down a couple hundred feet, but still, this is, whew, out here on a little edge. You see the trail going all the way down there. Oh, you can see it all the way down to the next hill. And look out there, man, pretty cool. Just walked down that big old bump right there. Probably can't see it. Came out over in there. That's where we came out and looked down here. Crazy. Still got a ways to go though. There. That's not what I had in my head when I read about it.
Must be it.
Here's the pulpit. Alright, so that was the pulpit. It was built by the Civilian Conservation Corps back long ago. It's 3.3 miles into the trail from the trailhead. And I didn't linger there and get a good picture or anything because there was a couple other people there and I don't like them pose with a camera in their face, so kind of let it alone. But that everybody refers to as the pulpit, and I had it in my head. I'd read about it, so I kind of had my eye open for it. I don't know why, because you can't miss it. I mean, it's more of a cairn along the route. So anyway, yeah, so that's the pulpit. There's a trail down there. I'll be coming around and going back that direction. You can see it way over there, going around the trees, the hill there. Stopped here because these rocks, pretty cool looking. This trail just has something different, it seems like, every time you turn around. It's called the Bullhead Trail, and I know the llamas come up this side. I might have said they come up the Rainbow Trail. I don't know that, but I gotta tell you, I would think the Bullhead Trail, if you had to pick between the two, is probably the one the llamas come up, because it's always up, but it's never really steep inclines like the Rainbow Falls Trail is. So I gotta think that if they were bringing llamas up, this would be the one to go up. But I met a couple folks up there at the pulpit, in fact, and they said you rarely see people on the Bullhead Trail, which kind of surprised me because the views, I mean, God bless, it's like non-stop all along the trail. You can just look to the right or left depending on where what switchback you're on, and you have a great view all the way up. So it's crazy that people don't do that, but it is what it is. Got about 1.5 miles left. I'm just gonna sign this thing off. It was a good day today. I'll finish with about 12.5 miles. I'll put the elevation and that in the description, the final elevation numbers. But yeah, considering I did just short of 8 miles yesterday, 12 today, legs feel pretty good, knees a little sore, but that's probably to be expected. But yeah, so tomorrow is Christmas. I want to wish everybody Merry Christmas. If you're watching this Christmas morning, this will probably post tomorrow morning. And yeah, if you like what you see, appreciate it if you hit the subscribe button and a like. I'll post at least one more. I think Laurel Falls I'm planning on doing. But other than that, going to spend some time in Moneypenny Christmas and heading back after that, North Carolina, back to Florida with 10 January just around the turn. So I'll also I'm going to post a video on my plan for the AT for 2025. I'm not doing a straight through hike. I've got some commitments, so I'm going to share with everybody kind of how I plan to hike the AT in 2025. All right. Hey, everybody be safe. Again, Merry Christmas. Appreciate everybody watching. Bye.
Early sun and the biggest sky grieves hills that I have ever seen. These old stone walls and the ones they're holding, the only place I wanna be. Got shine light as it comes shining in your door. Got those words as they go by. Catch that way.